25 R0 2869. Is Mr. Pickett there? Mr. Pickett, you need to turn on your sound. Mr. Pickett, you need to turn on your sound. Okay, now he's got sound. Why don't I see him?
Hello.
Oh, no. What is your name?
My legal name is Brandon Pickett, but I'm transitioning and I would like to be referred to as Cavani.
Okay. Cavani?
Yes.
Cavani Young?
Yes.
Well, you got a ticket back on the 2nd of May, about 5:48 in the evening, for failing to signal a lane change. You can admit or deny responsibility for that, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed? How do you wish to proceed?
I would like to admit responsibility with an explanation.
And what is the explanation, please?
So if you look at the dash cam footage, I requested it, but they told me it would be $500 for me to get it. I don't know what that was about, but I remember the day vividly. The officer in question, I guess Knas, he was, I guess, in a hurry, and I was basically just trying to get out of his way. So that's why I didn't lane change, because I thought he needed to get to wherever he was going.
And what stopped you from putting on your turn signal?
Because he was driving so erratically.
Oh, it's the officer's fault who's behind you for you not signaling a lane change. Well, you were very correct when you admitted responsibility with an
explanation. This is what I'm saying. This is the second ticket I've got from you guys. Well, this is actually not. This is the 4th or 5th. I'm always in something in this court. It's really weird. Your officers are clearly obsessed with me. But what I'm saying is, if you look at the dash cam footage, I don't have access to it. I know that you do. You will see that he turned out into traffic in the lane that was. This is the 4th or 5th ticket you've gotten in Royal Oak? Yeah, this is like, actually, I have an open case. I have an open case. I beat another case because an officer out of your court lied on me and said he seen me trying to break into a car, and then he said I fled in a loot. I had to beat that case. This is an ongoing thing with your officers. They are very obsessed, and it's very concerning.
But like, I'm sure they can see you.
Like I was saying, excuse me?
I'm sure they can see you after dark.
I'm sure they see me on these streams for sure, and that's the problem. But what I was saying,
the problem is that you were cited for making an for not signaling.
Right.
You admitted responsibility for that, rightly so, I believe.
I did that
for that is, well, I presume you're not going to come to court to say something that isn't true. I'm going to take you at your word.
No, that's what I'm saying. My last ticket, it was the same situation.
We're only talking about this one.
Okay, but I'm saying if you look at the dash cam footage, they denied to look at the footage last time as well. If you look at it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
What does the footage have to do with the fact that you've admitted the fact that you changed the lane without signaling?
Because that's why I did that. He literally turned into traffic, and then when the light turned green, he swerved behind me, so I got out of his way. Because I thought he had somewhere to be. I didn't know where he had to be was to me, but I thought he had somewhere else to be, is what I'm saying. And you could see all of that in the foot. You guys refuse to always look at your own evidence. And I don't know.
You misapprehend. It is not a question of you guys doing a ticket. There are 3 branches of government. The police officer is with one branch, the court is a different branch. It's not you guys doing things to you. Ma'am, you admitted responsibility. You rightly admitted responsibility. You can pay the ticket. It's $130. It can be paid online or by mail. whatever you prefer, or at the courthouse counter, whatever you
This
prefer.
was Cornwalls.
You admitted responsibility rightly. We're done.
Thanks. That's exactly how it went on the stop. Except
Usually,
there was
people are a little better in court than they are on this time.
Yeah. All right. Is that my only one, correct?
Mr. Patterson, the ticket was issued on the 27th day of April, a little bit before 9 o'clock in the evening, in the area of Royal Oak near Woodward Avenue and Dakota Streets. You were cited for careless driving. You have a right to admit or to deny responsibility, or to admit with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
I'll admit.
Did you set up the hearing to make an explanation?
No.
Fine is $240. It can be paid online or by mail,
Okay.
or at the courthouse counter, whichever you prefer. Okay, we're all set.
I do have a question though.
Okay.
The points I guess that's the main reason I scheduled this, because I was more worried about the points on my license more than anything.
Points don't come from the court, they come from the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State receives the abstract from the court and has a preset point value for each infraction. And it is what the Secretary of State says it is. I can't say the points for careless are going to be reduced or raised. It is what the Secretary of State says.
Okay. Just because I don't know how it all, this is the first ticket I've ever gotten, but the officer that had given me the ticket said that if I was worried about the points and everything, that I should schedule the hearing.
So you're driving a motorcycle without a license plate and you're doing a wheelie in Woodward.
The reason my license plate was off is because just very few minutes before that, one of the bolts on my mount had come off and my plate was hanging just by one bolt. And I had taken the plate off because it was dragging on my wheel.
I think that the real problem was doing a wheelie in a motorcycle, on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've 1,000% learned my lesson. I've had two close friends die on them. A buddy crashed Monday and broke his collarbone. And I the day after I got this ticket, one of my buddies, he went by Racha, and he rode down there, and he died, and it just rattled me to the core. And so the day after that, I sold my bike because I was done riding. And then I had another buddy die Saturday. So yeah, I'm not gonna deny the wheelie part because obviously I was written for it. So, but yeah, I've 100% learned my lesson. But that was the officer had said if I was worried about the points, then I should schedule a hearing. And
to whom did you sell the cycle?
I'm sorry.
To whom did you sell your motorcycle?
I had posted it on Marketplace. It was sold to I don't remember his name. It was another younger kid like me.
Is there anything you want to add to this, officer?
I did tell him set the court date, Your Honor, and we explained to him sometimes normally we would write him reckless and take his bike for stuff like this. He was super respectful, just like he is here, and that's why I wrote him careless and try to cut a little bit of a break. I'm unfortunate. I know exactly who the two people he's talking about. On social media, some of my friends are in the bike community as well, and yeah, it's super dangerous nowadays. Unfortunately, people are riding bikes and crashing and dying. And it's a sad time.
Mm-hmm. And it's a weird feeling because the guy who was on a blue R6, I had seen him the night I got the ticket. I had seen him right before that. And then he comes up and I see his motorcycle laying on the road on Facebook and stuff. And it's just like, it's just goosebumps.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the whole reason for traffic rules is to keep people alive.
absolutely.
And we have to protect ourselves from ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in Woodward Avenue doing a wheelie, it doesn't take much to go wrong before somebody gets dead.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
And
And I 100% admit my wrongdoing.
many years ago, I had a summer job involving driving a motorcycle. And there was no way in the world that I would have driven on Woodward Avenue. And it wasn't because I couldn't trust my skills, because I was fairly comfortable with my skills, which may have been delusional, but it was just, you can't drive defensively on Woodward Avenue on a motorcycle. No matter how defensive you try to be, there's too many cars doing too many things that can often just act as if the motorcyclist isn't even there.
Absolutely, yep.
I don't think it's intentional. I think people just don't see as much as they should.
And it's hard. It's hard to.
Yeah.
It's hard to see.
So the
If
good
you
news
don't
is
hear
that
it
you
first.
sold the cycle.
Yeah.
And you're sure
And
that your family's happy about that.
well, the guy I sold my bike to 2 weeks later crashed it. And it's gone down the line. It's hit every single person that I've known. And it's just like, geez, it's like, I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's not like you're reading tea leaves here. You're looking at reality. So that's,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
well, the fine for careless is that, and the Secretary of State is going to assess you 3 points. And you're not going to be eligible for the class for people, a once in a lifetime class, because they specifically exclude careless driving from that.
Oh.
So this is what it is. The $240 can be paid online or by mail or at the courthouse counter. Good luck to you.
All right. Yep. Thank you.